Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressing. Must I mention that the style is infectious? I gotta have it, The rapid fire gabbing on my tablet. My boys establish a gamut of information from relations to dating to when your leader gets impatient. They're lacing the nation every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4:30. The Social Norm Podcast, you heard me?
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm just getting warm.
It's the Social Norm.
And I'm
Yep. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Bean.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, it's a social norm. We go ahead and talk to y'all, make you laugh, make you cry, make you guys do everything. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It don't really matter. Hey,
Y'all know what it is. Y'all been here before.
Yeah, you've been here. If you haven't, welcome. Hey, if you before we can get into this, you know what it is, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, so y'all don't miss none of our videos. You know we do it every Monday and Friday every week. All right. And if you want to donate to the channel, there's the donation. Cash App us. All right, cool. Now, episode 133, crazy black woman kills black father over a microwave. I really couldn't even believe this when I seen it, but I also could believe it. Surprisingly, Beans. You just can't make this shit up. Let's go ahead and just get into the article before we even. Anything you want to say before we get into this?
Go ahead.
All right, let's go. All right, I'm about to read this out to y'all. So it says, pregnant woman charged in stabbing death a man after arguing in Austin house. All right. After an alleged argument over reheating food, I'm not making this up, reheating food, a pregnant woman has been charged with fatally stabbing a father of her unborn child. That means that is her baby daddy in Austin neighborhood Sunday morning. Keisha Golden. It's always somebody with an IA at the end. Number 33. No, I said number 30. She's 33.
She's not a football player, man.
Number 33. Starting at stabbing. Okay. She's my age. Has been charged with 1 count of first-degree murder after she alleged killed a 30-year-old man inside her home that they shared together. She remains on bail for $2 million. All right, a bond. According to Cook County prosecutors, Golden and the man got in a verbal argument around 3 a.m. Sunday over who could reheat their food in the microwave first. Golden knocked a plate of food out of the man's hand before he grabbed her and pushed her into the counter. Now, they always got to make it seem like it get physical. Whatever. All right, we'll keep going. A relative separate from the pair and the man walked away into the bedroom at the home, but Golden allegedly went to the room multiple times to try and continue their argument, prosecutors say. She then grabbed a knife from the kitchen and walked back to the bedroom again. Prosecutors said a family member tried to stop her, but she allegedly lunged around him and stabbed the victim in his thigh, hitting his femoral artery. Golden then allegedly dropped the knife and fled. The man was taken to the local hospital where he died. I don't know why they don't say what his name is. Witnesses in the home called police and identified Golden as the person who stabbed the victim. She returned to the home as officers arrived and admitted stabbing the man after previous altercations had ended. Prosecutors noted that Golden and the victim had a history of domestic violence with 5 separate police reports filed between July to September. 4 of the cases involved allegations of violence committed by the victim against Golden. They see this is their part where they try to make it look like he just beat the shit out of her all the damn time, and she just couldn't take enough.
If there's a history and there's a police report, if we're assuming that this is fact,
including allegations that he slapped, choked, punched, and pushed Golden. In the 5th case, which occurred in late August, Golden allegedly stabbed the man in his neck. He was hospitalized, but prosecutors said he declined to press charges.
Okay.
Prosecutors sought to have Golden held without bail during Tuesday's hearing, but the judge refused to do so because Golden was not present for the hearing. She is due back in court for another hearing Friday, where a current bond will be reviewed.
She gone.
She's on the run, y'all.
She is gone.
All right, let's get into this.
Okay, so
look, man.
This explains so much. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, this article, okay, the heading paints the woman as the bad guy. Then halfway through the article, it paints the man as the bad guy. And then towards the end, it's like, well, they both actually.
I mean, this is the thing. They said the dude slapped her. They said that he pushed her before, but and at no point did they ever say that he stabbed this woman. She's okay. Now I'm gonna pull up a picture of this woman, and y'all, you get what you pay for. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
This is what we need to start normalizing again. Divorce and breakups. I don't understand why people just aren't leaving. Like it's the toxic. This is toxic. This is true toxic relationship right here.
So this is what she looks like, y'all. And of course, y'all just go against me all the time and say, Canteen, you always, bashing women. This woman, which the fact that she wearing a lace front and you can see the damn edges, take that I'm taking that shit off of her. She need to look like who she really is.
Dude, okay.
Now,
what does that have to do with anything?
It has a lot to do with it. They're still trying to make her look somewhat of a woman. She's not a woman, okay? And the reality is she killed her baby father over an argument. You heard what the article said. It said, the person who was there said after the dude walked away, went into the room, and she repeatedly tried to continue the argument.
Yes.
Fellas, I don't know what we see this all the time where women want to be over everything. And when a guy says, I'm done, she says, no, I'll tell you when we're done. Because I want to keep arguing. I want to keep being destructive.
Well, here goes the thing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
This is what people need to do.
Go ahead.
If you argue, you walk away to another room, and she follows you, that is when you leave the house.
Okay. And I've seen men try to leave houses and the women get in the car and run them over.
Okay, I've seen that too.
There's something about being ignored that women cannot handle. I'm not saying there aren't men who can't handle that stuff either, but our mental health has to get better to where, like, for you to, and I know they're going to try to use this as her emotional state because she's pregnant was the reason she did what she. No, at some point we got to hold people accountable.
Yeah. Well, here goes the thing.
She stabbed him in the neck before.
Yes, she should be held accountable, especially with the track record. Okay.
My question is, why do people love toxic relationships where they're fighting and arguing and beating and stabbing and hurting each other?
Sometimes I think it comes down to upbringing. Like if they witness, like this woman witnessed maybe her parents or her mother be in relationships like that all the time, it probably normalized it for her. So when this man was slapping her around, allegedly, that she, in her mind, she probably think, okay, this is how it's supposed to be.
But okay, what are you supposed to be? You look at the life now. When this baby gets born,
Mhm.
what are you supposed to be telling your this baby? I killed your father over an argument about heating food.
Well, she's probably gonna tell me, oh, he hit me and all this other stuff. She's gonna.
I know they are, and they're gonna let this girl get off, and she's gonna go live her life. And this dude tragically is dead over her stabbing. She stabbed him, not thinking of the repercussions that she would actually hit a major artery and he died. She just stabbed him to say, "I'm not playing with you. You're gonna listen to what I gotta say." And so many women do this, and then they don't realize their 1 second anger caused their person they supposed to somewhat love death.
I mean, not to give this woman an excuse because it's gonna sound like I am.
You are.
I am. Do you not think the fact that she was pregnant played a part in it?
No, I'm not gonna give her that. When you
Listen, I'm
let-
not- no, listen, I'm
so
not-
wait a minute, hold on. So we're gonna say if you're pregnant, you don't know right from wrong.
I'm not saying that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
Tell us.
doctors say there's a what is it called, hormonal imbalance.
Okay.
Which makes them react in certain ways.
Okay, emotional.
And I'm not
no.
saying she ain't wrong.
There's a difference. There's a difference between emotional reacting, where you're sad, you're angry, but then actions. So you could be sad all you want, but that don't mean that. But you walking in front of a bus and getting hit, that's the action that I'm not giving you.
Well, what about as a postpartum depression? I hear this a lot after women have babies.
Yeah.
They after a while, there are some cases where women actually drown their babies.
And once again, if you have those certain thoughts, you need help. You need somebody. You need to speak on it. If you're not speaking on it, nobody can tell what the hell's going on in your head. So
That's true.
Your actions still have to be held accountable.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying she shouldn't be held accountable.
But then let's get back to the real root of the problem. The man. The fact of the matter is, when she stabbed you in the neck the first time,
that was your
chance to say, I'm done with this toxic woman. Because a woman will only be what a man allows her to be, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So if you letting her run amok, be crazy, flip out on you, attack you, stab you, you getting what you asking for.
Yeah. And the thing is that I know people in my circle right now who dated women and they cheated, which is what it is. And like the girlfriend either set their car on fire, set their clothes on fire. And I was like, dude, this ain't it.
But do you ever notice how if a man cheats on a woman, all women give her a pass to do whatever comes from that? Well, they're okay with.
I wasn't okay with. I told him, like, look, this is gonna be the reaction.
I'm talking about women.
Oh, okay.
Women give that woman a pass if she stabbed him, burnt his car, burnt up the house, destroyed whatever, it killed him. All the women justify how because he hurt her emotionally, she can hurt him physically. That does not compute in reality of fair.
Yeah, but I mean,
see, there you go with the but. But what?
No, that's why I stopped.
That's
You're right. That's why I stopped.
No,
you're right. I can't say nothing.
But we allow them to do this, and fellas, you gotta love yourself. You gotta get to a point where if somebody being a toxic damage to your life, that's a reflection of how you really see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then let me ask you this: how many people you know can get stabbed one time by somebody, still keep them in their life, and think they're not gonna get stabbed again? Name one woman you know has been in a relationship with a guy. She stabbed him one time. They got through it, and ain't nothing bullshit ever happened like that again.
It always happens.
Exactly.
There was a story I saw where this female got pregnant and her boyfriend shot her in the stomach, and she lost the baby, and she stayed with him.
He killed the shit out of her.
I'm like,
There's a dude.
What is happening in the world?
I watched a video where this dude, he was arguing with his baby moms about like he was gonna leave or something like that. Like she caught him cheating or something. He was like, I'm leaving. And he had the baby in his hand, his own child, their child. And she pulled a gun off on him and shot him where it hit him, like it like grazed him and shot the baby. Now, I don't think the baby didn't die,
Thank God.
but she got arrested
Good.
and got set on bail. When she got out during the time frame that they're still having to go to court, she came back to the house and this fool let her in the fuck. Now he made her leave, but the fact was he let her come right back into his life to lay down with her.
Okay.
And-
I think that is the problem right there. Not using this.
Using this.
Using that. Because going back to the story I told this dude where she set his car on fire and stuff. He kept going back.
You know what it is? I know this is what it come down to. I know, and every man knows this.
I know exactly what you about to say. Go ahead.
The crazier the woman is, the more toxic the woman is, the more wild and crazy her sex is. That's the real truth of the matter. The wild and crazy she is draining you. She is doing everything that you're like, I can't find another person to do these things. But can I deal with a quick stab of the neck? Can I deal with
You have to just
burnt
look
clothes?
beyond that. As good as it, you're sacrificing your own well-being
Well, you know what? It's
it's sex.
It's living in a not an abundant mindset. You're living in a scarcity mindset, thinking this is the only type of woman you can find that will be doing these things. And it's like, no, you can find a woman who's gonna do all these sexual crazy things for you, and she still not want to stab you, not want to burn up your shit.
I just,
So
just leave, people.
I don't know why we do it,
Leave before
But
it
then
escalates.
It's the same way with the women. Why do you deal with a man who's willing to smack you around? But then you gotta ask yourself, do you really like being smacked around?
Yeah,
That's what it seemed like.
that's one thing you gotta do. You got to know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
All right, let's get into some videos. Oh, also, what else we want? Oh, what else we said we were going to talk about?
Drake. Before we get videos.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask y'all a question.
Okay, yes, this is what we were talking about earlier.
Y'all tell me this if I'm wrong or not. Do y'all think it's wrong for you to use your ex's Netflix account? Let's talk about it. I personally feel like
Go ahead.
ain't nothing wrong with using your ex's Facebook or Netflix account because they gave it to you. And God don't put nothing in your life
Don't put God in this dude.
that he don't want you to have. That's all I'm saying. I don't see the issue with it because like this, if you gave your significant other a gift, something they can always use, and then y'all break up, you can't expect to give the gift back. You're like, all right, go ahead, it's yours. Unless it was literally specifically for the relationship, like a wedding ring or something.
My rebuttal was this.
Go ahead.
Okay, because I told you this earlier. She lets you use this because it was a benefit of y'all being one of the benefits of you being together. Okay, what if it's like this? Let's say you're paying her light bill. I'm just using this example. You're paying her light bill, and she breaks up with you. Are you still gonna be paying her light bill?
I did. You know what's so funny? I did pay I didn't pay her phone bill, but I did get her on my phone bill. So I got her a phone. She was paying her
Oh yeah,
the
I
bill
remember that
with
story.
me.
But did you
And-
ask for the phone back?
I did ask for the phone back because this is the thing. This is the thing though. This is the thing. She wanted a new phone. So I was like, okay, we'll get a new phone. She couldn't wait on me getting her a new phone because I had to go down there with her because it was under my account name. So then she said, "Don't worry, I got a new phone." That's when I kind of should have known it was like the beginning of the end of our relationship. She was already kind of separating herself from bills and shit. So I said, "Okay, you got a new phone, you got a new service with whatever you with, yeah, cool. Well, then I can take you off my line since you already got your own line. I can take you off mine." She's like, "Yeah, do that." Well, I need that phone back. If you're off the line, give me the phone back. It was a free. I can take the phone and sell it or whatever case may be. So she gave me the phone back. Matter of fact, I still got the phone in my house. I just never went online to try to sell it, and I took her off the line, and that was it. But
what if she do want to give it back?
if she didn't want to get the phone back,
Yeah.
keep it then. As long as you pay it off, she paid it off. I'm fine. If she, and it was a free phone anyway, so if she want to give it back, she could keep it, and I would just take her off my line and keep it moving. She gave it back though. But that's here nor there. We're talking about Netflix.
I know. I'm
And
just saying.
You trying to play devil's advocate to say, "Oh,
I'm
you
saying though, like it's
what?"
I mean, hey, you
Would you? Okay, would you
Mhm.
if you had an account already linked up to your phone or to whatever,
Mhm.
and you could click on it and watch Netflix, but this is your, let's say, ex-roommate's Netflix.
See, I've done this. I've like once it's over, I got my own.
Okay,
I wasn't paying for it at first, and then once my significant other left, I got my own.
could you have used hers?
I could have, but I didn't.
Okay, you chose. That's your opinion. You chose to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not denying you, but
I'm just saying. It's just like
I mean, it's still her Netflix account. If she really didn't want me to have access to it, she could always change. That's what I'm saying.
I thought she did though.
I don't know. Well, maybe she changed it back to the original one. She forgot it. I don't know. But today I went and looked up on that damn thing, and it linked right up to it, and I watched my damn Netflix. You know what I mean? And I'm not like when we broke up, she did do that.
That's what I was saying. Like
She did take me off the thing, and I was like, all right, well, fuck it then. I ain't gonna be watching on Netflix anytime soon. But then randomly something. See, this is why I say it was God's will.
Stop it.
Because think about this, y'all. If somebody cancel an account, you see it's canceled, you can't get into it, and you're like, all right, cool, whatever, cool, it's done. The relationship over. I can't, whatever. And then a year later, you just randomly say, you know what? I want to see if this movie's on. I was checking out a movie called Hustle by Adam Sandler, and I saw that it was on a Netflix one. So I was like, oh, it's on Netflix? Let me just click on it. Even if I can't get in on it, maybe I'll get my own Netflix. I click on it and it goes right to the link. It links, boom, the website, the email, all that. And I'm like, cool. What do you think I'm gonna do? You think if I want to see this movie, you think I'm gonna let me log out of this and create my own account and pay the $9.99 or whatever it is to see it? No. I'm gonna go ahead and play. Dun, 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 dun.
Listen, do you, man? I'm not knocking it. Do you? I mean,
that's just how I feel. What y'all think, man? Y'all think we should I should let her live with the account, or should I just,
and my thing is
the gift that keeps on giving?
Well, if and when she finds out,
hope she don't watch this episode.
Cut you off.
Mind you, I'm the type of person who still was using my roommate's friend's Netflix account from college. That's the type of person I am. I'm going to use it. If you give it to me, it will be used. Best believe that. All right. Let's go to this videos now, because you don't got me. And I'm pretty sure there's some things she probably used of mine that I can't figure out.
Mm-hmm.
And I already told you what the other one was. I ain't gonna do that though, which is kind of could be grimy. All right, let's get to these videos. There we go. All right. It says Kodak Black said you better eat the leftovers. Let's watch this video.
You didn't offer me to go get nothing to eat, nothing. I've been traveling for 7 hours. First of all, no real nigga is not finna not get no bitch nothing to eat.
I told
And
you,
I'm
it's
not
barbecue.
finna give up no pussy for no flight.
It's barbecue in there.
No, I'm not eating no fucking leftover barbecue from yesterday. After you probably had a bitch over here already. No, that's not how you properly do this.
I got you on a properly flight
I don't give
with a
fuck.
properly driver.
All niggas want to book me a flight. Okay.
So
like,
what?
who
All
cares?
bitches wanna drop that neck. I don't mention that though.
Okay, why don't you fucking fly them out then? The fuck?
That's exactly what I'm finna do. I should have told your poor ass that on the phone before you
Watch
came.
your motherfucking
Yeah, I should have
mouth.
told
I
your
don't
broke
know who
ass.
the-
All right. So Kodak Black pretty much brought some thought, flew her out, and she was like, "Yo, you ain't even asked me to if I was hungry. I wanted something to eat." And he was like, "Look, you got some leftover barbecue up in there. You could get in on that." And she like, "You probably fed another bitch that," which he probably did. But you getting flown out. You ain't. Who is you? I'm Kodak Black, and you some random Instagram model.
And that's the thing. When I first saw this, I didn't realize it was Kodak Black. Now,
Yeah, it's Kodak.
he on a different level. He can tell you eat that barbecue.
But see,
He got that eat that barbecue money.
See, this is the problem with hoes that don't really know how to maneuver through the game of tricking and hoeing. If a guy's like, "Hey, I got some barbecue left in the fridge, you could go ahead, heat up and eat," that's when you just tell him, "I don't eat meat." Even though you know you do, there's ways you can finesse somebody to let them to just maneuver to make the whole situation easier. I don't really eat meat like that. I'm more of a fruit and vegetable type of person. I like, stir fry shit like that. So could we go get something to eat? I'm hungry. And guess what? If I'm Kodak Black, I'm putting myself in Kodak Black mind. If I'm Kodak Black and I'm put money into flying you out, I'm gonna be like, what's nothing to go to Benihana or go to Kung Fu Panda, whatever the fuck the shit is called, to get you some food.
Listen, it just sounds like, look, I flew you out. Let's skip all this and let's get straight to business. That's basically what it sounds like he's trying.
But this is what I'm getting at, though. This is why we got to stop this, fellas, because you got men like Kodak Black, who's a superstar in his field, and these women are so delusional. Talking about, I get all men to fly me out. Well, you might look good to get flown out, which is nothing to him. It's pennies to him to get you flying out. Which you probably didn't even fly you out for first class. You probably got flown out coach. And the reality is you feeling some type of way because he hitting you with some leftover meat. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't give leftovers to nobody that I'm trying just meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But Kodak probably sees so many women over time, every day, every week, different women to live his life the way he want to see fit. He's not gonna be spending money on these girls like you are nobody in his mind. But she's still in her mind trying to play it off like well, as soon as he said, "You know what, don't even worry about it. I'm glad to get somebody else." First off, he shouldn't even been arguing with her.
Yeah.
He make her feel like she's on the same playing field as him. And I'm being like, "Look, you know what? You ain't gotta eat this meat because I'm about to go get about 3 other girls to come eat it. Don't worry about it." Sounds like Shorty might be operating above her pay grade. Exactly. Nobody.
It just, this stuff has to stop though, man. Like
what, the tricking and the hoeing always gonna be around.
No, I mean like the flying these. Well, he can do that because he got money like that. But it's just like,
but no, there's regular dudes who 9 to 5 who's doing this.
Is doing this.
And my thing is this: if you didn't speak on what type of arrangement you trying to pull from the get-go, you can't treat a woman, because at the end of the day, even though she's a hoe, you can't treat all hoes still feel like they want to be treated like a woman
with
like
some sort of respect.
And you can, this is the thing, I don't see why you can't respect a hoe. And what I mean respect, I mean treat her kindly
With some common
decency. But also, you see what type of hoe she is, because she's not a high price hoe. Because a high price hoe understands her money comes from the tricks, and the tricks have to feel good to
Mhm.
give that money up. Just like a stripper. Most strippers, you ever notice the ones who really be cleaning up have the nicest attitude towards the man. They they're prettiest and they the nicest. But then you get the other ones who got attitudes, who got a stink up attitude, and they don't never get they get pennies compared to what they could get because the attitude is just it's like a business. Customer service is key. And if you're gonna be a hoe, be the best hoe you could be. Be a businesswoman and treat the customer appropriately. You know, but she looking at him as he's Kodak Black. He got the money to feed me, so feed me.
Yeah.
No, bitch, you already got the damn flight. If he don't want to feed you filet mignon, you know what you do? You chill out. Say, I really can't drop it like it's hot until I get some food in me. Matter of fact, let me go. You got money. I know you didn't walk to Kodak Blacks with no money on.
Some of these people do that.
No.
Every
woman who has a mama has told her don't never go anywhere with a man and you don't got no money in your pocket.
Yeah, but you see these videos where dudes like, well, they drop these chicks off in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, well, I ain't got no money. Remember the one chick that dude just dropped her off at the airport and she had no money for her flight back home?
That's a lie. you really believe that woman?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't believe. Look, one thing you can tell. A woman can't get over on me with that shit.
Well, I wouldn't have gave her the money either.
Exactly. Well, guess what? Because this is one thing I can tell you. I don't give a fuck where a woman is. That damsel in distress stuff is a lie. Women can always make shit happen because they got a pussy. They can make something happen. They can get a ride. They can call somebody. The nigga that's been sitting there waiting for her, he done blew her phone up 17 times. She never answered. She know who to call to hey, I need you to send me some money because I'm stranded. And guess what? They're going to do it. So all this, I don't got no ticket. I don't have no money. That's all a front. And if you foolish enough to fall for that, then good job, ladies.
Well, this whole flying out thing has to stop. In my opinion.
You should fly out your woman. You're a woman. I'm not flying out no pussy. I'm not doing that. Because there's pussy everywhere in the world. Why do I need to fly somebody out? I can't meet nobody in the city I'm in.
I'm saying you can't find nobody. Can't like nobody on your street.
And not for nothing, Kodak Black is a rapper. So you travel city to city to city. Guess what? I'll find the girl who's in this city right now, and then the girls I want that's in another city. Guess what I'll do? I'll book a show in that city, and when I get there, I'll say, "Hey, slide through to the crib." All right. Let's get to the next video. I don't even know what this is.
Okay, so this is genius. Okay. So this dude wanted to ask this woman, there's no sound to it.
Okay,
really.
I'm gonna pause it.
So this dude wanted to ask this woman to marry her. All right. So what he did is he got 3 rings.
Okay.
And played some roulette with it. I think 2 of them were fake and 1 of them was real. And he had her pick which ring
let's watch
she
this.
wanted.
All right, it says, let me play this. So it says, homeboy gave her options. I'm gonna do this, and if she picked the fake, oh shit, go back.
Yeah, it's a quick one.
Let me pause it then. It says, if she picked the fake one, that's her problem.
They not all real.
So they all look alike.
They all look alike.
2 of them is fake, and 1 of them is the real diamond.
Real one.
And whichever one she picks, that's the one she got to keep. Ooh, that's spicy. That's what y'all think about that?
That is next level genius.
My thing is this. That way, now this is the crazy part. This is why women hate to make choices like this, because if they pick wrong, they don't want to be the one to be at fault. They love that's why men rule the world right there, because women want men to make choices. They don't want to be wrong. They rather them choose than they have to choose. If a woman chooses the fake, doesn't that almost tell you do need me in your life? Because you can't even pick real from fake.
Well, here goes the backfire though. She picks the ring. Guaranteed, sooner or later, she gonna get that John of praise. She's gonna get somebody to look at this.
Okay, but see, this is the thing. I wouldn't even wait for that. I'll tell her, you picked the fake one. That's yours. Let's get married.
And she said, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, you don't want to do it, then guess what you showed me? your whole intentions in the first place. And I've talked to the girl and I told her, I said, look, I was talking to this girl. She wanted to get married. You could tell she wanted to get married because that's all she talked about for the most part. And I told her, I said, look, I want you to want to marry me more than you want to be married. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I feel women want marriage and the man is interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? She can plug and place him in and out.
I say that just about the same thing. I say they like the idea of marriage.
Yes.
But not the actual marriage itself.
They want
the work that comes with it.
Yes, they want the image of, and I'm not saying this woman per se, but this is how I feel about women. They want the wedding dress, the bridal shower, all these different things.
Yes, they want the celebration
that makes them feel good about themselves. Like, I've made it to the pinnacle, but the pinnacle is not the wedding. The pinnacle is
the marriage,
the whole marriage.
Yes. And you can always tell because, like, shortly after, like, the
shit started going wrong,
things started going wrong in the marriage, and people are already talking about divorce.
Yeah, I didn't see this. He wasn't that type of guy.
Yeah, like,
yes,
no,
he was.
You
was blinded because you wanted that wedding. So what I'm saying is, for women, I want a woman who wants to be with me, whether we get married or we don't get married. Yeah, that's the thing women don't realize. Men want a woman who's loyal to him, regardless of how he lives. I mean, well, not regardless of how he lives his life, but he can live his life how he is, and she accepts him for him.
Yes,
and she doesn't care about the accolades of saying I miss his such and such. She just wants to be in his presence because that's who she's in love with. And then from there, that makes him say, I want her to be Mrs. Such and such.
Yes, and I want it, and it makes you want to be a better person, a better man for this person.
Yeah.
I always tell the story. This nurse told me this at our job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is an African lady. She told me she dated this guy.
Okay.
And he asked her to marry. He gave her a $50 ring. And he says, look, I can only afford this now.
Yeah.
But only thing I can promise you is that I'm going to work hard, provide you a better life, and get you a better ring.
Okay.
She said yes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She stuck with this man. And she said he came through with all his promises. And then he said like 2 years later or something, he went to go buy her like a $10,000 ring. And she said, no, I'm going to keep this one. We're going to take that money and invest it in other things.
Okay, I respect that.
So I respected this lady. She said
she was a real down chick. She saw the bigger picture than her own ego.
So now that she has sons, she said, I'm gonna give my son the ring that my husband gave me.
And tell him
he said, he said, this is how you test these women. You say, I only got this $50 ring, but I promise you something better down the line. And if this woman says no, you leave this woman alone.
Well, remember you was telling me about this before where you said, I asked you, what's your message? You say we need to get back to loving each other. And we also said that the women today, modern women, they don't want the man, they want the finished product.
Yes.
And that's not
how it works, though.
Men don't want to give you him when it's the finished product. We're the finished. If we created ourselves to be the best we could be without you, why would we need you? We want to be where we're nothing, and then we grow with you. You see our vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we grow into what we were becoming, and then you get the spoils of it because we knew you was down for us when we had nothing.
Yeah.
And I remember having an argument. Well, not even an argument, just a debate, talking to this one girl that I'm friends with. She had a baby by this guy who's a rapper, local rapper.
Okay.
And she's fighting with that. She doesn't feel like he's going to make it as a rapper.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And I told her, I said, look, you don't gotta believe in his dream. What you gotta believe in is him. Don't worry about if you can't see the dream. It ain't for you to see.
Mm-hmm.
If you're his woman and you're his baby mother and you're his rib, you should just believe in him as the man that he's going to figure a way how to get it done.
Yeah.
And she's like, well,
100%.
and I said, if you can't do that, then you need to leave him alone.
Exactly.
And then when he makes it, because if that man has a dream and he really believes in it, he's going to make it. When he makes it and he has and mind you, this is a black woman with a black man not wanting to believe in his dream. When he makes it, he's on the red carpet and he's got your son, there's y'all son, and the red carpet, and he's got his little mulatto girlfriend or white girlfriend or whatever, any color girlfriend on there, and you're in the background. Don't get bitter. Don't be tripping about why you aren't beside him, because you didn't want to believe in him when he had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. And then what does that say about you as a woman? Why are you laying down with men you don't believe in?
And a lot of people don't realize too, when you meet these people, I'm assuming he was a rapper when she first met him.
Yes.
So you're going in it knowing the risk,
what he wants to become, and you still lay down. She said it was Oops Daisy. Okay, how many times can you lay down with somebody before it's Oops Daisy? It ain't a one-time thing. You've been sleeping with him. You knew what. We all are adults. We all know if you have unprotected sex enough times, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, somebody gonna be knocked up.
Somebody gonna have a baby. That's how it works. And then now reality sets in, and now all of a sudden you realize you don't believe in these guys. But the women today will have kids with a man they don't believe in, but then won't marry them. Like, oh, he's good enough to have kids with, but he's not good enough to marry or believe in. Because all a marriage is believing in that person, saying I'm riding with this person through thick and thin.
Yeah.
So why are you getting with people you don't even want to ride with? That's what you really got to ask yourself. All right, let's get into the next one. This one really just.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Did I don't know if we put it on the show.
We haven't yet. I've seen it a few weeks ago, and that was
okay. So I don't know if y'all remember the show.
I think it's Divorce Court. I think it is.
Is it Divorce Court?
I believe it is.
It is. All right, let's just get into the video. All right, here we go. There we go, y'all. All right, it says this didn't age well.
They yell at each other all the
Oh,
time.
that's true. Ask him, he's been married for how long? Over 20.
Look at him though. He look mad. You don't look happy, brother. You don't look happy.
He's very happy.
Sherman Chow, a former TV show bailiff and current Harris County deputy charged with his wife's murder, now ordered not to attend.
Everything in me wants to laugh, but I had to. Can't help it. I'm sorry. Dude.
For his bond. David Gonzalez explained.
All right. This dude.
That dude's actually a comedian, the one in the black.
Okay, but he saw in something that this man was not happy. Men, I don't care what it is, men can see in another man's eyes the truth. Women, for whatever reason, y'all cannot see it. Y'all think when y'all come up with these fucking ideas to say, let's go to Lowe's and we're gonna go shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond, you think he's happy. He's not. He's dying inside every aisle you go down and say what blanket do you think we should get that matches the rug? I don't care. All I want to do is be left alone, watch the game, and have a cold beer occasionally.
And the thing is, a lot of times you want to say it, but most times, most married men don't say it.
Why?
Because of the hell that comes behind it.
But you're already living in hell.
I know, and this is the mistake we make by not just opening our mouths and say, look, I don't like doing this.
So why do men keep putting themselves in a lifestyle that they don't truly like, and then they're in a prison that they don't even realize they're in?
Listen, I think it comes down to in a nutshell, bad advice. I can only speak for myself and my situation. because I told you this before, every person I listened to
Mhm.
on their advice, I became that person.
Yeah. Your people's thoughts and views, if you want, you have a choice to either accept them or reject them.
Yes, and the advice I said, I had to look back at the people
Who you accepted advice
I
from?
said the advice from, and I sat there and think about it. I'm like, you know what? This person gave me advice. It sounded good. I accepted it. But every time I saw this person out, they were by themselves.
Yeah.
They were eating dinner alone. They were at the movies alone. They were doing things alone. And yet I'm accepting
Their advice.
I knew somebody who only invited us to watch NBA games and UFC fights when his wife left town. I didn't notice it till one day I realized, like, yo, you always invite us over.
So pretty
when
much
she's
he
gone.
can live his real life when she's gone.
gone.
But when she's there, he has to live under her.
Yes,
But-
and they end up getting divorced. But and I hate to say it like that, but he was actually a pretty fun dude. And kind of I said, why don't you ever come out with us? I mean,
because my wife,
basically what it was. And thinking back on all these men I listened to, I was
that
like,
was you.
that was me.
I used to be like, why don't you come out? You'll say,
that was me.
it's not worth the headache of inviting her to go out and then have to deal with everything that comes with it, because there's something she's not gonna like.
Because I listened to these people. And that's why I tell people, when you get advice from someone, even whether it's somebody in your life, on a podcast or whatever, see how they living first before you accept this and apply it to your life.
That's true.
Don't take it for free. Just because somebody's married don't mean they happy. Just because they married for a long time don't mean they have a successful marriage.
But this is the thing, and I think people fail to realize the reason people stay in relationships that they're not happy is because, one, they're used to the routine.
Yes.
It's comfortable to them. The comfortability of knowing what this is, even if they don't like it. It's the same thing as you working a dead-end job that you don't like, you dealing with the same friends, you don't enjoy what they fucking y'all do with each other. It's just that I'm scared of the unknown and doing something different. And a lot of times people are scared to be by themselves. Like they think they can't have fun by themselves because they have a low self-image of themselves. I used to be like that. I was like, oh, I gotta have somebody go to out of town places. Now I go places by my damn self, and everybody be like, damn, you went out by yourself? Yeah, I did. And guess what? I'll be having a good ass time because I meet people. There's people everywhere in the world. So as long as you do stuff you want to do, you're gonna have fun. But why, as men, do we keep? This is why the world is the way it is. That's why America is all fucked up. Is because men have lost how to be a man. Even the men who we consider men who are married aren't true men because they fold under doing their whole life. I'm not sitting there saying that you can't have moments where, all right, I'm gonna listen to my. Let's go ahead. We'll do what you want.
You're going to compromise. That is realistic.
But what happens is the one few compromises you do. See, women are very smart about this. They turn you slowly. It's like a rotating wheel that's going like a half a mile a second, and you're just like, you don't even know you're moving. But next thing you know, you look up and you're all the way turned around, and that's where a year or 2, 3 years later, you go down the road, and your friend is like, dude, I don't even know who you are anymore.
Yeah,
you don't even do anything you used to do. Yeah, and then you're like, well, I mean, you've got it so slowly, you don't even realize it, what she's doing to you.
Yeah,
and then it takes you 5, 6, 7 years down the road, and then you snap and you realize
that's it.
I'm not even me.
That's it.
And I told y'all from last episode, if I want to be free, I gotta be me.
And my thing is, on top of what you said,
yeah,
not only are men ain't really men anymore, they perpetuate it by trying to get the next man to do the same thing.
Oh yeah,
knowing they're not happy,
knowing they're truly not happy, and thinking, well, it'll be easier, dude. Being a man is never going to be easy. That's not easy, and man don't mix together.
No.
Okay. Easy and child, easy and woman go together. Man is always going to be a struggle, always going to be moving to the next level, elevating yourself. And the reality is, if you want to be a man, you're going to have some tough conversations that a child or your woman ain't going to like.
Yeah.
And that's okay because you got to realize in your head, they need you.
And the advice I give is this. I tell people this. At every wedding, there's always that one guy who's divorced. And he always says this. Every wedding I've ever been to, including mine, there's always a guy that said, look, the divorced guy says, look, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what not to do. I advise you to hear that man out.
I'm listening.
Because he gonna be the man to tell you
the real
what here he messed up, where situation is gonna come, and this is what you need to do. Don't be like me. Do this.
And not for nothing, don't wait on it. Soon as you see something that you know in your heart ain't feeling right, when your woman does something, you have to immediately, and I mean immediately, check her about that shit. I don't give a fuck how much he yell and cry and moan and make you feel like you're not a man for doing it. You know, if you're knowing in your heart this don't feel right and you're addressing it, that is what a man is supposed to do. Because if you can't address your woman, you sure as hell ain't gonna be able to address your children and raise them to be somebody. So you got to check them.
The best
and they
advice,
respect it.
Yeah, the best advice I ever got was tell the truth, even if it hurts their feelings. That was the best advice I ever got.
Now, what else we said we wanted to talk about before we get up out of here? The Netflix thing. Oh, you said something about Drake. Drake.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I did send you the clip. This is the clip.
You did send it to me?
This is the clip that ignited this. I'm gonna call it a rumor. It should be in your inbox, I think. That one right there.
This one?
Okay, so
okay.
No, that's not the why did it?
Is it?
That's not the one I sent.
Okay, well, send me the one you sent. Pretty much what it is Drake. He said that Drake is being alleged to have gotten a BBL. I don't think you sent it to me, bro.
Hold on, let me go back.
I don't know if this is true or not because I'm thinking in my head, why the fuck would any man want to get a BBL that isn't gay or trying to transition to something? Because I'm a man, I don't really care about how my butt looks in the sense of, like, of course you want to be, you wish you could have a firm looking body, but the butt is the last thing I'm sitting there thinking. I mean, maybe women probably love seeing men's butts. Men butt. I don't know why that shit make me laugh. But so what was this that you sent me? Was this anything?
No, that's Dr. Miami. The post is
him
saying Drake coming to it's a caption that says Drake coming to ask me to get more lipo and things like that.
See, that's what I'm saying. I can understand the celebrity men wanting to get liposuction, wanting to get muscle, fake muscles put in their body or stuff like that. Maybe change their eye color, whatever it is. But to get a BBL, I just don't see no straight men getting a BBL.
Well, the rumor is him, Kevin Gates, and
Kevin Gates could.
Yeah.
He on some weird shit.
Yeah.
Beat that pussy up from the back.
My thing is, ever since he lost that weight, I think he lost his mind somewhere.
No, ever since that man lost that weight, that man been on an orgy fest for life. That man is living his best life. He's saying what all men be thinking, but don't say it.
Oh my, like, dude, the best, man.
It was something that happened where me and a group of guys was talking, and this girl walked by, and it was like, dude was in mid sentence talking about something. He was like, and I was just looking at him, and I was just like, I can just imagine how women, if I was a woman, how I would feel about how men, because men, we really are savages when we look at women. We don't really, we do object y'all, like y'all are just objects visually a lot of times to men. When we see y'all, we don't be sitting there saying, oh, I bet she has a good personality. Oh, you know what? Let's speak on that. Since we started talking about BBLs, I was talking to one of our friends, and she's avid about wanting to get a BBL. And I really want to stress this to ladies. men, we are physical creatures and we love to see women, in their beautiful curves and everything like that.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think I speak for a lot of men. The women we see on Instagram that have all these followers, that have the BBLs and the lipo and the fake titties and the lip injections and all this, the weaves and lace fronts, all this, they look good for a moment in time to jerk off to, or the fucking, she looks sexy and watch a video of her shaking her ass on it. But we don't look for these women to be our woman. And I don't think the women have the disconnect between a man wanting to have sex with a woman and a man wanting to take care of a woman and actually that be his woman.
Yeah, I do hear that a lot.
And I want y'all to understand, a lot of times it ain't the outside that's fucked up. I'm gonna say it one more time. A lot of times it ain't the outside that's fucked up that you need to fix. It's the inside that's the reason why no man wants to claim you and make you his wife. We was at the work the other day and this lady came up to us and she asked us for advice. For whatever reason, I don't know why it is, but when me and Beans is near each other, women love to come up to us and ask us questions about relationships.
Yes.
And she's talking.
We weren't even talking to this chick.
We wasn't. She just randomly just walked up to us and was like, so let me ask y'all a question. Because y'all seem like y'all, I don't know. And the girl was dealing with a guy, her ex-boyfriend, that they broke up. Now they're trying to get back together, and she was asking our opinion on it. And we started asking her questions about how did you get together? How'd y'all meet? Da, 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 da. She said, well, I was dating somebody, broke up with him, started dating him, left him and got back with my ex. And then I broke up with him and got back with him again. And I said, oh, okay. And what made me realize was you don't know what you want. As a woman, you're flip-flopping and you're asking, you're just going back to what you know, what was comfortable. And for a man, if a woman was to get with me and then leave me for her ex and then come back to me, the trust is already gone. And then, so they dated for a couple years, and then they broke up. Now she's trying to get back with him. And she said, well, put a ring on it. Let's get married. And he said, I'm not marrying nobody that I can't trust. And I told her, I said, it's harder to build trust with somebody who doesn't trust you than to just start over and start off with a clean slate with somebody else.
Yeah, she really didn't want to hear it. She really started to shut down when we started digging. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, when we told her, okay, when I said that's your track record. That's your pattern. That's what you do. You break up with a guy, move on, but go back to the ex.
And the crazy thing, she didn't even realize. It was like a hurrah moment when we told her, you're doing the same pattern you did with the first
guy.
It ain't him, it's you.
I was like, you literally said this to us.
And she was like, well, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about it. And I'm like, see, this is what I learned. A lot of people, men and women, are in denial about their own pattern.
Yes, they don't want to hear the truth.
They don't. And when you bring it up to them, that's why when you talk to somebody, you got to ask them, do you really want to hear the truth, or do you want to hear what you want to hear?
Yeah.
And
one thing I've learned too, I even had to learn this about myself. The hardest thing to accept when you're in a relationship is that you're a part of the problem. If you're not the problem, you're a part of it.
That's a fact.
And she did not want to hear that at all.
I have learned for myself the role I played in failed relationships, that I either enabled somebody, allowing something that I knew I didn't like to keep continuing to happen, thinking it would change, or just ignoring it altogether and be like, okay, well, make an excuse for them.
Yeah.
And that's my part of it. But then I had my own demons that I used to do that caused more issues too. So you got to always look at yourself for why relationships don't work out.
Yeah. And a lot of that and I had to tell somebody this at work. This person we know, he's always mad about his ex. And I said, look,
I already know who it is.
Yeah, I said, look, I'm gonna give you some advice. This helped me out. Whenever you're mad at your ex or blaming something on your ex, think about the situation and think about what you did to contribute to this situation, and watch how fast that anger leaves.
Yeah, it's called taking accountability.
Yes, watch how fast you forget how mad you are about her, and you realize what you did.
What the bullshit you allowed.
I told, and we told this girl where we were. I told her, look, let me give you some advice. The next time you break up with someone, stay broken up. Be gone.
Yeah.
Be done with it. She did not want to hear that.
She didn't want to hear it. She already, I told her, you keep trying to put a circle into a square and you don't want to accept that. And then when we tell you, you should just pass it on. You're like, I mean, but can't we, like, no, there is no but. We told you what you should do, what we think you should do.
I forgot about that girl. She literally stopped talking to us.
She stopped talking the whole time. And then when I came back, I was like, are you good? She's like, I mean, I'm just saying, it just seems like there's no hope. No, there's hope. You just don't want
to do the work
to let go. And then you got to ask yourself, like I said, why do we as people keep trying to be with people that aren't good for us? The issue is this. If somebody's not good for you, maybe you should look at yourself and seeing, why do you keep accepting people who are not good for you? Maybe that's your, and I told her, I said, a lot of times what we don't want to accept is a man. If you're with a woman, the woman is the reflection of you. Mm-hmm. She is your counterpart of what, she's the female you, and the vice versa. Oh, yeah. That woman is I'm the male her.
I remember you saying that,
and she's like, what?
She was no.
No, there's no way it could be. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I was laughing so hard. I was like,
because she said, all I don't want to do is I don't want to be with a loser. And then you asked her, like, is he a loser?
Is he a loser?
And then she paused for a second and she was like, no. And we're like, he's a loser. In her eyes, he's a fucking loser. So
oh man,
that means she's a loser.
We were hitting her with some cold hard truth, and she was not trying to hear that joint.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Today's what, Friday? Monday? No, it's Monday.
You never know what day it is anymore.
When I do overtime, I'll be forgetting.
That's true.
Hey, it's Monday. Y'all know we got a long week. Don't let the man get you down. Enjoy each day as it comes. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday, because yesterday's already dead. Enjoy your life for today. I'm going to see Black Panther. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. You feel like you're gonna accept that it's gonna be a bad movie. I'm not accepting bad.
Listen,
I think it'll be a great movie.
I said I heard it was trash.
I'm not accepting that. See how you can reject anything?
No, I said I'm a figure out for myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to say before we get about this thing?
No, I think we said enough today.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all Friday. And then at the end of the week. Y'all go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Hey, I'm your boy Canteen. This is my fucking friend Beans.
Y'all have a good week.
It's a social norm. We out.
Daddy.